In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a new macro that we created for our sign shop called the MyNeonFlexHelper. It's a CorelDRAW macro that allows us to do some really neat things automatically with just a click of a button. So let me show you what we can do here. First of all, let's load it up here. And now there's a lot of features that we're going to be adding to this, but it's pretty useful just the way it is right now. So in this case, we have our drawing already made of our neon sign, and the total sign dimension in this case is roughly 23 inches wide. And so what's one of the things that we need to do right off the bat? Well, we need to figure out how much neon flex we need to create this sign, right? Now, this particular sign for this example is 4 colors. So I did this just for demonstration purposes. So we're going to select our design and click on Process Design. And the tool is designed to use up to 4 colors. So if you were to have 5 colors in your design, it would not process the design. It would tell you, hey, you've got too many colors. In my sign shop, I don't think I've ever done a 4-color sign, let alone a 5 or a 6 or 7-color sign. So to me, it's not that big a deal. But if you had a situation where you did have more than 4 colors in your design, what you could do is you could process 4 colors. And then here I'm just going to come in and pick the red and white and then process the other colors separately. And it would still tell you exactly how many feet of neon flex you need for the elements in your design. So that's pretty useful stuff. So for example, we can click here, choose Process Design, boom, it'll tell us how many feet of neon flex we need for this job per color. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to create a production sheet to give to the production team. So we need to know what each one of these lines, how long is each individual segment. So rather than do all that manually like we're doing now, we want the software to tell us to the inch what we need. So we're going to choose the Output Design Details to the page, and then we're going to process the design. And there you go. It tells us exactly for each element in the design exactly how much rope we need for each color. Now, let's take a look at this just real quick. You can see the numbering is a little bit, I would say, scattered. And that's because of the uniqueness of the space of the shape, the shape of it. So what we've done is simply, you can see this number 1 is correlated to this pink, and this number 1 is correlated to this red. So what we've done is we've just set it up. This goes to 1, and this goes to 3, and this goes to 2. Okay? So the way this works, the way the numbering works, is whatever the shape is, it's the number directly above it. So let me show you. I'm going to click on this shape right here, right? You see where the center of that shape is? The number 1 is directly above. So that corresponds to this shape. So where does number 3 come into play? Well, again, there's the center directly above. This is number 3, right? So what about number 2? What does that go to? Well, if we click the bottom shape, direct dead center, that's number 2. There's no other shape that corresponds to dead center, so we know that is number 2 shape. Well, what about this? We've got the top of our Nike swoosh and the bottom of our Nike swoosh. How do we know what's what here? Well, that's the center point for the bottom, and this is the center point for the top. So we know 6 goes to this, and then we know 7 has to go to that. 8, boom, look at that, directly above, so we know 8 goes to this. 5 obviously goes to that one, but where's 4 go to? Well, again, there's center, directly above, there's 4. Okay? So that's just how we've got it currently programmed. We might change it later, but now you can see, now we have our production sheet ready to go. So we'll go ahead and select our entire production sheet, and we'll choose Resize to Page, and we'll go ahead and resize that design to fit our 8.5 by 11. Now we can print this off, give it to our production team, and they're going to be able to start cutting neon flex. It's all right here. Now, Currently, let me tell you this, currently the software will round up to the nearest half inch because that's just what I chose for the initial programming. We are going to have a variable in the software that will allow you to determine the exact amount of rounding, if any. So if you don't put anything in the variable, it'll give you the exact dimension. But if you want to round up to the nearest quarter inch or the nearest half inch or whatever you want to do, you can enter that variable in there and it will round up to the dimension you set it to. Okay, so pretty cool stuff. All right, so now that we've got that, let me just show you one other thing here. So just to kind of reiterate this, so the macro comes with 50 designs already made for you. But let's just go ahead and select our design here. We want to delete text, so we want to get rid of all the numbering. And let's go ahead and let's give this, I'm just going to give it one color, but I'm going to copy this and I'm going to say that I want my design to be 14 inches for some reason. I want this shoe to fit 14 inches. What can we do there? Well, when I select that, watch what happens. When I process this design, you could see that it gives us that this design is 8.5 feet and this design is 14 feet. So it automatically calculates the footage for our design. And then, additionally, we'll go ahead and output the design details to the page. So let's do that. Okay, now just like before, we're going to reset our text here. But I'm going to go ahead, let's go ahead and reset our numbering. So again, this goes to 4. This is a little different because this goes, so this one's number 3. This one's number 2. This must be number 7. Let's see, this one is number 5. That makes this one number 6. And this one is number 9. And this one, yep, that's number 10. There we go. And this one is number 12. 13 must be this one. 11 is that one, and 8 is that. Okay, perfect. So now we have all of our production sheet here. So let's go ahead and just go ahead and resize the page. And I just want to show you what it does. It's kind of smart because now on page 1 we have this dimension, and then page 2 we have this dimension. So that's pretty cool that it allows us to output the design just that quick and easy. So now we can go ahead and print these production sheets off, shoot this over to production, and get it made. So that's it for now. Like I said, there's more features that we will be adding to it, but for right now, that's what we got for you. Thanks for watching.